Welcome to Melbear's Weird and Wonderful. Today I'll show you how to make this gold nugget gold leaf tumbler. This project was a lot of fun and it's very easy. I put out at least one new video every week, so please subscribe. Thanks for watching. So today we're going to make a gold leaf epoxy tumbler, and I'm starting with a tumbler that I have spray painted matte black, and we're going to need some gold leaf stuff, and this is what I'm going to use. It's the rainbow flakes from Recollections, which I got at not at Amazon, at Michael's. Until I'm tired while I'm doing this today. And we're going to use a resin. I'm just going to use this Craft Smart resin. It works just fine. And you need your Tumbler Turner as well. And I'm also going to use an epoxy dye as well. I use Let's Resin, just in black. You don't have to use this if you don't have resin dye. It'll turn out okay without it, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to mix up 20 ml of the resin, and then you're going to mix that up until it has no streaks in it. But we're also going to add our resin dye in there, and I'm not going to put too much of this in. I'm just going to put, I think, probably about 3 drops. I just want to give it a little bit of a tint, but not too much. And this is the color I've got. It's just a little bit tinted, not very much. And now we're going to go over our Tumbler Turner. So we're going to start just putting a nice coat of the resin onto the tumbler. And try not to drip it. I always seem to drip it. I want to coat the whole thing in the resin. Okay, now we're gonna take our little gold leaf chunks and just drop them onto our tumbler here, kind of randomly. Also going to add a little bit of a copper glitter, very lightly. I'm only adding just a tiny little pinch. You can see that. And I'm going to add a tiny little bit of gold as well. just going to take a toothpick and poke down any of the gold leaf that are kind of sticking up a little high. And you can turn off your turner if you can't quite do this fast enough. And I'm just adding a few more pieces of gold leaf just where I feel like it needs a few extra, and then I'll poke them down again. So now I'm just going to leave this on the tumbler turner until tomorrow, until it's cured, and then we're going to put another coat of epoxy on top of it. Alright, so I'm back and the tumbler is cured, and I'm going to put another coat of epoxy on it. I've done another 20 mils and I've dyed it again just with the 2 drops of the Let's Resin in black. And I'm just going to do another coat of the epoxy on here. And I'm gonna just keep smoothing this out, and once you're done, you're gonna let it cure again, and then we're going to sand it. So I've let this cure, and then I took it off the tumbler and I sanded it. So any of the big lumps it had are gone. I've still got a couple little divots here, but I'm gonna put another coat of epoxy on, but it's fairly smooth now. And I mixed up another 20 mil of epoxy again, and I put the resin dye in there as well, and we're just going to do one more coat of epoxy on here and try to even up any low spots. Just make sure you even them up. So we've got another coat of epoxy on here, and now we're just going to let it cure, and it looks pretty even now, so I don't know if I'll have to sand it again. We will see after it's cured. We may have to sand off a couple more high spots, but it looks pretty smooth now. And here is our finished tumbler. It turned out very beautiful. It's way prettier in person. It's a little hard to get a good video of this because it's so shiny, but it's very, very pretty. I did not have to sand it again or put another coat of epoxy on it. That last coat after sanding it was more than enough to make it all smooth and even. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial. I put out at least one new video every week, so please subscribe. It really does help.